Hello, friends and strangers on the internet. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with a Patreon request. Thank you so much to my Patreon members for all of your support, for all of your patience, since I'm kind of behind on your requests right now, but I will catch up, I promise. And thank you to everybody else who is just here watching my reactions, doing the YouTube thing, liking, subscribing, and all the other things that I just feel so uncomfortable mentioning. But thank you for doing them. I appreciate you. And honestly, just thank you for watching. That really is the part that means the most to me. The fact that you're here watching, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, today we're checking out the band STEELHEART, and we are checking out the performance of the song She's Gone for MTV. I think it was MTV Unplugged, and it was in 1992. That is the extent of the research I have done for this. But I've also been told he's chewing gum while he's performing, the guy who's doing the vocals. That's so super cool. So I've never heard of this band. They seem to be a pretty popular band for their time, but this is probably before my time. So let's just jump into this. Again, thank you to the Patreon member who requested this, and for your support and for the request. A brand new band for the channel, so always super exciting. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Again, we are checking out STEELHEART with their performance of their song She's Gone for MTV Unplugged. Let's go. Goodness, I jumped into this with so much enthusiasm and cheerfulness that I didn't consider the possibility that a song called She's Gone would be really sad and somber. Goodness, this is just not the vibe, is it? Okay, let's calm down a bit and start over. I'm very sorry. Alright.
She's gone out of my life. I was wrong. I'm to blame. I was so untrue. I can't live without her love. In my life, there's just an empty space. All my dreams are lost. I'm wasting away. Forgive me, girl, lady.
Okay. So before I was impressed by his vocals, I was very impressed by the lyrics themselves. He opened it up with taking accountability for where he screwed up in that relationship. I'm gonna keep some thoughts to myself. But I thought that was really, really very beautiful of him as a man. And of course, the lyrics were just not only poetic, but just very heartfelt. And of course, his voice, my goodness. Very beautiful. I want to take it back to a little bit. I think I might have gone back really, really far. My bad. How about here? But wow. Was that falsetto or is that his actual voice? I need to, maybe if I listen to it again, I'll be able to tell. Okay, enough rambling. Let's keep listening. This is amazing.
Without love. In my life, there's just an empty space. All my dreams are lost. I'm wasting away. Forgive me, girl, lady. Won't you save me? My heart belongs to you. Lady, can you forgive She's gone out of my life. Oh, she's gone. I find it so hard to go on. I really miss that girl, my love. Come back into my arms.
So I'm gonna go ahead and be real with you guys. I'm not the biggest fan of heartbreak songs, and it doesn't matter what gender the song comes from, whether it's a man or a woman or however they identify singing it. I've never been a fan of heartache songs, breakup songs. I just never have been, and this is not an exception. I do apologize. I'm mostly stating that because I'm going to try to set my feelings about those topics aside and just focus on the performance itself. But I just felt it would be important to go ahead and give that disclaimer. And I'm going to go ahead and take it back a little bit before the lyrics I heard that triggered that thought popped up, and just focus mostly on the performance going forward. Sorry, not sorry. It's just how it's going to be today, okay? And always, honestly, like I'm just not a fan of songs with this specific topic, but I will focus on the performance. He has a wonderful voice. The piano player is doing an absolutely phenomenal job just creating the mood here. It's beautiful. So I'm going to set my personal feelings aside and just focus on the music going forward. Let's go.
Oh, she's gone. I find it so hard to go on. I really miss that girl, my love. Come back into my arms. I'm so alone. I'm begging you. I'm down on my knees. Forgive me, girl. Lady, won't you save me? My heart belongs to you. Lady, can you forgive me for all I've done to you? Lady, oh, Lady, my heart belongs to you. Lady, can you forgive me for all I've done to
So, given the disclaimer I gave earlier, despite all of that, I really love just the emotion, the fullness of the emotion brought to this performance with just a piano and a man. Okay, like that is a lot. Okay, just those minor chords in the sequence they were put in, and the specific like fingering used, like, but also just the man's performance. I don't know his name. I do apologize. I don't know anything about this band. I'm going to be very honest with you. Also, if you enjoyed this and have never heard of Steelheart, the second link in my description will be the link directly linking to their YouTube channel. This seems to be coming from a fan channel or something, but it had the most views of this performance, so it's the one I selected. Anyway, despite my personal views about breakup songs, etc., I love how much emotion was conveyed in this performance, and probably in this song. This was a live performance. I don't know what like the studio version sounds like or any other live performances sound like, but this one felt specifically very heartfelt, very somber. I could tell that this relationship really, the ending of this relationship really hurt him. and I can hear it in the lyrics, I can hear it in the vocals, I can hear it in the arrangement of the music, and I can just tell how much emotion he was feeling and how vulnerable he must have been feeling writing this song. And I don't know the specifics of the story. I don't know whether she took him back. I'm going to keep my personal opinions about that aside. Um, but I think it's a very beautiful song. Just given the subject matter and the way it was arranged, it was very beautiful. And the performance, very, very heartfelt. And there's something very vulnerable about a man declaring that his heart has been broken and that he misses somebody. And that is beautiful in its own way. And I want to give him kudos for that, and for that specifically. This was a very interesting request because it's actually been a while since I've reacted to a song that I actually had trouble saying that I liked, because as much as I enjoyed this performance and enjoyed specific aspects of it, this specific type of song is not something I am able to enjoy. It's just not a subject I enjoy. But given all of that, it was a beautiful performance, and I can see why people who do enjoy this song and do resonate with this song can empathize with it, feel it in their heart. And I think that's why it was written, because despite my personal taste, there are people who really do love these type of songs because they resonate with them. It is something they've been through. It is something they want to know someone else has been through. And the way he wrote this is definitely something that I know every man who has experienced heartache has felt, whether they were able to articulate it or not. This is something that every man who has experienced a breakup where they were like, whoopsie daisy, I shouldn't have done that. And I don't know how to fix this. And wow, I really screwed up. Like, I know that that is something that is very, very, very relatable to a lot of men. And I just think it's wonderful that a song like this was written to explain that and to be relatable. I'm kind of rambling. I think it's because I'm struggling to find things to say, because I personally did not enjoy the subject matter of the song, regardless of how much I enjoyed the performance of the song. And I'm sorry for that, but I just want to give a real reaction, you know what I mean? So, but if you enjoyed that specifically more than I did, especially more than I did, or even as much as I did, please click the second link in my description. Go check out more of STEELHEART. I don't know if they're still active making music, but they seem to have been very popular for their time, given all the views on this. My goodness! And thank you to the Patreon member who suggested this song. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate your support. And I'm looking forward to the other songs you have suggested for me to react to. Thank you, everyone who's made it this far in the video. Not everybody does. I do tend to talk a lot. Thank you for being here and spending this time with me. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.